Assalamu alaikum and good day dear students. Hope you all are fine. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Multan Public School and College. This is O Levels 8th Biology 5090 and I'm your teacher Zunera Nadeem. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, that is food and nutrients. By the end of this video, you will be able to know that why do organisms need food, what are nutrients, what are different types of nutrients, and what are carbohydrates. Now, why do organisms need food? As we all know that for survival, every organism needs food. But beside this, organisms require food for a number of reasons. Organisms require food to fulfill their energy needs to perform their vital activities. They need food to synthesize protoplasm, which is needed for growth, for repair of worn-out parts, and for reproduction. Organisms require food to maintain their health as well. They also need food to prevent themselves from deficiency diseases. Now, what are deficiency diseases? Diseases that occur due to lack of nutrients over a long period of time are called deficiency diseases. As I have told you that organisms need food to fulfill their energy needs to perform different vital activities of their body. So what is energy? Energy is the ability to do work. All organisms require energy to maintain themselves for different functions, that is, for growth and for movement. If we talk about plants, so green plants can make use of the energy from the sun through the process of photosynthesis. But other organisms need food to supply their energy needs. The food that organisms feed on contains a store of energy. This stored energy is called potential chemical energy. As we are talking about energy, so now we look at the proper definition of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form of energy to another. This is what all happens inside our own cells. For example, muscle cells inside our body convert stored food energy into movement energy, or you can say into kinetic energy. And when these muscles inside our body contract, they will help the skeleton to move. But whenever the energy form is changed, there is some energy lost or wasted in the form of heat energy. So now the food must provide energy to recover from this energy lost. Energy loss also occurs when the organism is inactive, or you can say when the organism is at resting mode, the energy will be lost. So now even organisms require food at resting mode. If we compare the body of an organism with machine, just like machine, it undergoes wear and tear. But we all know that machine does not have any ability to recover itself. But body of an organism has ability to grow, to reproduce, and to repair its worn out parts. But these all processes are possible due to protoplasm, which is formed when organisms take in certain food substances such as amino acids. When these amino acids assimilate, they will form protein. And protein is the major component of a protoplasm. So then these protoplasm help organism to recover its worn out parts, to grow and to reproduce. We all should know that our food contains different nutrients such as proteins, carbohydrates, fats. And these nutrients have different functions inside the body. For example, when we look at the internal skeleton of mammals, that is made up of bones and cartilage. So mammals should consume certain mineral salts, especially calcium and phosphorus compounds, which are essential for the formation of skeletal structures. These calcium, iron, and phosphate are different nutrients. They also play a role in different chemical processes that are taking place within the body. As I have told you that our food contains different nutrients. So what are nutrients? Nutrients are those compounds in foods that are essential to life and health, providing us with energy, the building blocks for repair and growth, and substances necessary to regulate chemical processes. If we look at their major types, so there are 6 major nutrients that are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and water. Beside them, there are several others, but these 6 are major nutrients. So now we look at the classification of nutrients. We classify the nutrients into 2 major groups, that is organic nutrients and inorganic nutrients. What are organic nutrients? Organic nutrients are those which are obtained from living organisms, or we can say that they are compounds of carbon. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and dietary fiber are included in organic nutrients. Inorganic nutrients. Inorganic nutrients are those which do not contain compounds of carbon. Water and mineral salts are included in inorganic nutrients. Now, one by one, we will discuss these nutrients in detail. We will discuss their functions, their types, and why they are important. First of all, carbohydrates. As I have told you earlier that carbohydrates are included in organic nutrients. Organic nutrients are compounds of carbon. So carbohydrates are made up of the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Carbohydrates are naturally occurring sugars, starches, and fiber in food. All carbohydrates are made up of simple sugar molecules. These sugar molecules then link together and form starches and fiber. And inside the body, in our digestive system, these starches and sugars are again broken down into simpler sugar molecules or glucose, so that the body can easily digest the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates food mainly come from plants and are good source of energy for the body. We can also say that carbohydrates are energy giving food. So now we look at the classification of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are further classified into 2 groups, that is simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. These simple carbohydrates are further classified into 2 groups, monosaccharides and disaccharides. Monosaccharides are simple sugar. They are made up of just one sugar molecule, and they include glucose, fructose, and galactose. When 2 simple sugar molecules are linked by chemical bond, disaccharides will be formed. These include maltose, lactose, and sucrose. On the other hand, complex carbohydrates include polysaccharides. A polysaccharide is made up of many monosaccharide molecules that are joined together. These include starches, fibers, and glycogen. So now we will discuss the functions of carbohydrates. As I have told you earlier that carbohydrates are energy-giving substances. So they are source of energy. They also form other supporting structures. For example, cell walls in plants are made up of cellulose, which is a carbohydrate. They also form other organic compounds such as amino acids and fats. Carbohydrates are needed for the formation of nucleic acids as well. For example, DNA. Carbohydrates are used to synthesize lubricants. For example, mucus, which consists of a carbohydrate and a protein. This mucus lining the respiratory system in man, which traps dust particles. Carbohydrates also produce nectar in some flowers. This nectar attracts feeding insects and help them in cross-pollination. So this was your topic. In the next video, we will discuss the types of carbohydrates in detail. Hope all the things are clear to all of you. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.